think the Republicans right now have an opportunity to own the message of national unity. Seal that border. Democrat or Republican, most Americans agree on its importance. Black or white, man or woman, it doesn't matter. We agree nations have borders. Merit beats DEI, that we got to drill more, frack more. Own the actual issues that allow us to unite this country. And the more we get ahead of that curve, the more we say that we own the message of national unity. Not Joe Biden, who claimed to unite the country, but we, the Republican Party, do. To make America great again, we have to make America one nation again. That America first includes all Americans. The more we embrace that message in advance, the less it matters if it's Michelle Obama or Hillary Clinton or anybody else. So I'm not a believer of waiting for the other side to make their decisions and then responding. Let's set our own agenda, national unity as our own message. I think Donald Trump has the ability to deliver on that. And that way, either way, he will be victorious this fall, as I am keen to make sure we accomplish.
What's going on, everyone? Sauce King here today. As you saw from the intro, Vivek hit it right on the head. The border security issues, a lot of Americans, we just not seeing the Democrat Party really doing anything about this stuff. And I think the messaging here is important from the Republican Party. I really do believe the Republican Party has a great chance to win this election in 2024, specifically Trump. And I believe if he really wants to win, I think Vivek should be the VP. Honest to God, this is my truly belief, because the vision he outlined in that 1 minute clip in the intro shows the opportunity that the Republicans have to actually have a platform, right? Because there's a lot of criticism with the Republican Party, and then I'm going to go into why independents such as myself prefer Trump over Biden. It's because the messaging for too long for the Republican Party is, you don't like the Democrats, vote for us. Instead of being, you don't like the Democrats, vote for meritocracy over DEI, one nation under God, against identity politics, no race-based preferences, that's racist. Here's school choice, right? Like, offer something. You can't just be like, oh no, they do everything wrong. No, we shouldn't only be critics. We should also be solution givers as well. Look at our border security. Look at the bill we already passed. Hey, push this bill instead. We have to become a party of marketing our solutions better. And I think that's been a common critique from Black conservatives such as myself and Black Conservative Perspective on Twitter, on X. If you follow me on X, I was replying to a lot of his stuff. I actually agree with that. I do believe that the Republican Party, I think that last piece there they're missing is able to market their solutions effectively on a mass scale. But I digress. Brutal New York Times focus poll shows, focus group results show majority prefers conceded Trump over unfit Biden. The vast majority of participants in the New York Times focus group of undecided independent voters from around the country picked former President Donald Trump over President Joe Biden. Out of 13 participants who range from ages 22 to 64 and comes from a variety of demographic groups, 11 said that they would vote for Trump and 2 said they would back Biden if the elections were held today. Many of the adults who selected Trump appear to have a negative opinion of his personality. But who cares about personality? Because at the end of the day, would you pick a hard worker, a good worker who's making a lot of money, but he has a bad personality? Or someone who has a great personality, but cuts work, lazy, doesn't show up on time? Like, end of the day, results matter. And it seems like a lot of these liberals, not the independents, but liberals specifically, they'll cut their nose to spite their face. Right? They'll be so mad about Trump. Oh, Trump is the worst thing since sliced bread. But because a guy's a Democrat, they like his personality. Gavin Newsom, right? Oh, we're going to put him in office. How's that working out for you? Look at California. People are leaving in droves. U-Haul just voted Gavin Newsom as their number one salesperson. That's results. Right? Like, there's a saying that that's always, like, growing up in the hood, that I always hear my basketball coaches tell me, nothing ever gets done with your feelings. And it seems like liberals, Democratic voters, they're people who vote with their feelings, not vote with results, not vote for outcomes. And I think that's something independents understand. They understand, like, yeah, I may not like the guy personally, but the results speak for itself. When asked to provide one-worded descriptions of the former president as a person, the response includes conceited, narcissist, egotistical, self-righteous, irritating. Yolanda, a Latina 22-year-old stay-at-home mom from Alabama, said, I was going to say crazy. Biden also received some unflattering reviews. One participant said Biden was unfit for presidency. Woo! And you see it too. Like you see the speculations. This goes true to what the polls have been saying. 76% of Americans don't see Biden as fit for office. This is why a lot of Republicans and liberals online was calling us conspiracy theory. Look, having a theory about something isn't a conspiracy theory. And this is the dumb smearing that liberals fall into. They have a little habit of just, when they don't have an argument against someone's logical critique or skepticism, they want to label it something. It's always the go-to playbook for a liberal when they disagree with you. But look at it coming to fruition today. Sometimes it feels like conservatives can see the future sometimes. Because instead of arguing the logic, the reasoning, the rationale for the claim that conservatives make, liberals go into this lazy argument because they control all the institutions, especially the media, and they just went, oh, those are conspiracy theories. They were making fun of Vivek on the debate stage when he said, hey, just put us, who were you really putting up there? When he was talking about Joe Biden. Now these same people are now look at the polls. Now it seems like they're trying to ditch Joe Biden. The same way that a lot of conservatives were speculating earlier last year. It's so ridiculous, bro. Natalie, a 22-year-old administrative clerk from New Jersey, said Gen Z would describe Biden as a little bit senile, a little bit. Others would come up with this disingenuous and a puppet. Most of the adults indicated that the economy was the issue that worried them the most. And I mean, I can imagine Americans owe 1.1 trillion in credit card debt. Records numbers can't afford rent. So yeah, lines up perfectly. Like, end of the day, if it was up to your survival, who would you vote for, Trump or Biden? Your life depended on it. I think a lot of people will pick Trump because personality don't matter at this point. Personality is, you could vote on personality when you have a luxury to, and that's what I'm talking about. Personality is a luxury. Results is a requirement. And the only reason you will pick Biden over Trump is merely because of emotional reasons, merely because of tribal politics, merely because he's on your team. Emotionalism. Because if the way that the Biden was operating, his administration was working to begin with, we wouldn't be facing a lot of the stuff that we are facing today. And if you don't believe it was Biden's fault, Biden's policies accelerated the things that are affecting us today. And they said what would come top of mind when it came to voting for presidents, beating out immigration, abortion, protecting democracy, and the Israel-Hamas conflict. The economy beat out all those things. And I would even say, from an economic standpoint, immigration kind of goes one in one with that as well. Trump received some praise for his record on the economy, while Biden got compliments with regards to infrastructure, having competent staff. Competent staff? Okay, that's a little bit of framing from the New York Times, but I'm going to move away from that, right? As reports subverts Biden's attack line against special counsel Hur, I think that's how you say his name. A news report published on Wednesday, which is what is driving the news. Actually, I'm going to show you a clip instead to give my voice a little break, and then we'll come back to it. Let's take a look.
Does the White House think that the idea of the president taking a cognitive test, as a part of this physical is a legitimate idea, particularly just on the heels of the special counsel report, more polling, as my colleague Selena just mentioned, showing that many American people have concerns about that?
Look, I got this question last week as well, and I'm just going to say what Dr. O'Connor, it's kind of what he said to me about a year ago when the report came out last year, obviously on his physical, which is the president proves every day how he operates, how he thinks, right? But by dealing with world leaders, by making really difficult decisions on behalf of the American people, whether it's domestic, whether it's national security. And so he shows it every day on how he thinks, how he operates. And so that is how the Dr. O'Connor sees it, and that's how I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, that kind of validates what we were speaking about before, right? People have questions for his health, right? This is the news conference that they're talking about.
I know there's some attention paid to some language in the report about my recollection of events. There's even reference that I don't remember when my son died. How in the hell dare he raise that? Frankly, when I was asked the question, I thought to myself, it wasn't any of their damn business. Let me tell you something. Some of you have commented. I wear, since the day he died, every single day, the rosary he got from Our Lady of. Every Memorial Day, we hold a service remembering him, attended by friends and family and the people who loved him.
So people like this is the kind of things that people are concerned about. Fitness for office. This is why a lot of people, Republicans are like, there's no way they're keeping this guy until 2024. There's no way he's making it to the ballot. They're gonna move away from him, and everyone's speculating is during the special elections because in the Democratic Party they have super delegates where they get to nominate anybody they want for president, regardless of what their voters want. Ask Bernie Sanders bros, ask the Bernie bros. Twice got snubbed twice. Voters picked Bernie. Super delegate, the Democrat super delegates was like, Bernie ain't gonna win the election. We're gonna pick him. We're gonna pick her. Bro, this is the party of democracy. Democratic Party are the party of democracy. This is why I'm saying, like, well, let's go back to the poll because this was some funny framing by the New York Times, right? They're talking about protecting democracy, competent staff. Competent staff? You mean the staff that Kamala Harris can't keep? Another bad news for Biden is Putin wants him to be the next president of the United States. He said he's typical and predictable. I don't know if those are the kind of words you want to hear from Putin because Putin invaded Ukraine during whose presidency again? Oh, right, Biden. And if he's saying you're typical and predictable, that means he can calculate what you're going to do and how you're going to respond, which makes him in the driver's seat, what makes him comfortable doing more. He invaded Crimea under whose administration again? Obama's. Right? But the mainstream media will be like, oh, everything that comes out of Putin's mouth is propaganda. That's how you're going to cope? It's so ridiculous, right? And then the reason why I was laughing about the competent staff is that Biden administration pours $1 million into studies aimed at denying that there are only two genders, essentially creating propaganda, politicized science. Ideas that have been withstand the test of time, the two genders, withstand the test of time, and you want to come in and bring in a scientific propaganda? But you have a competent staff. A competent staff wouldn't even waste $1 million trying to deny this concept, this human reality, this human truth. Look at the ridiculousness. Only to push a narrative, right? And then they want to get mad. Oh, why no one trusts the mainstream media? Why no one trusts us? You guys you slander the media. We're just trying to do our jobs. Trust in mass media has dropped across all political demographics, with the Democrats being the sole exception. Only Democrats. Look at it, 70%. Let me zoom in for y'all. I got a touch screen here. Let me the blue line. 70% of Democrats still believe the mainstream media. Only 27% of independents believe, and Republicans at 14%. This is why no one trusts the media. Because we see the media as, oh, you just here to shoot Biden, and you're not shooting Biden no more. So everyone's like, oh, they might be replacing him soon. But you let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think about the results that the New York Times focus group displayed? Do you think that's accurate for most Americans? Do you believe Biden's still going to be president? Not president. Do you think Biden will actually make it on the 2024 ballot, or you think it will be another Democratic congressman, politician? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be really interested what you guys think about this particular story and your particular thoughts on this issue. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.